Oh, welcome to the Let's try that again. Welcome to the Fighting Spot. I'm your host, Mike Lauro. Guys, Phillies win tonight 5-2. Ranger 9-0, 11 Ks tonight. We're going to get into his performance. Big offensive night for one. Bryce Harper, he goes deep. This team, again, they have won 27 of their last 33 games. It was just said on the telecast. It's one of the best 33-game stretches in Phillies history. Ranger SUAREZ, what can you say? He becomes the first pitcher besides Cleveland Alexander. That's right, all the way back then to start a season off 9-0. But guys, we have a special guest for you right now. You usually see him here on the Fighting's Final with either me, Al, Maddie, hopefully soon Sal and Pat. Very own Rock Hoffman. He is down there live. So we're going to bring Rock in right now. Rock, what's up, buddy?
Hey, big win for the Phils tonight. Obviously, you talked about the job that Ranger has done. And, I mean, what more can you say? 7 innings, 10 strikeouts, gave up 1 run. He's 9-0. And he's now, dating back to last year, he's got an 11-game winning streak, personal winning streak. And he's only the second lefty in Phillies history to have a 10-plus game winning streak. The other is some guy named Carlton who did it in what was a magical season for him, but not for the Phillies in 72 when he went on to win 27 games that year. And you mentioned Grover Cleveland Alexander. He had he shares the record with 16 wins in a row. I don't know if it was that season that he started off 9-0 or not, but he does hold that record of 16 wins in a row. So Ranger is 5 away from that. That's a long way to go. And so one streak lives and another streak dies. The Phillies hadn't beaten the Texas Rangers. Now, granted, they only played 12 times since April Fool's Day of 2014, over 10 years ago, a 12-game losing streak that the Phillies organization had against the Texas Rangers. That streak is gone.
Yeah, Rock, I was just about to say that to you. Phillies were 0-12 coming into this game. Another number I want to bring up to you, too, that I heard tonight on the telecast. I don't know if you guys were made aware of this. Phillies are 12-3 without Trey Turner. To me, that's unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, everybody was worried because, I was here the night it happened, and he wasn't making that big of a deal about it, maybe a few days. And then the next day you hear 6 weeks and oh, boy, things were going so well. And I remember saying at the time, because it was, I think, like May 3rd or something that happened. Mm-hmm. And it may have been one of the guys on the broadcast, I'm not sure, TV or radio, mentioned how fortunate the Phillies had been because they got through the first month of the season unscathed, basically. Nobody was on the injured list. And lo and behold, early in May, you lose a key component like Trey Turner. And they haven't missed a beat. Obviously, the starting pitching has been great, timely hitting, and all that stuff. So they've been getting it all. The guys that they put in, I mean, Thompson gets a lot of criticism, it seems like to me, on social media, especially for the lineups he throws out there. Why are they sitting this guy? Why are they sitting that guy? But damn, it doesn't seem like whoever he decides to play that night comes up big. Whether it was Sosa before Turner got hurt, or keeping Marsh on the bench because they're facing a lefty and they put in Pache or Rojas or something, and it's a combination thereof, and they get the job done. So it's you just gotta love it right now. And going into tonight, I obviously they can't have done worse because they won, but through 48 games they had gotten all. That's the best, tied for the best start in Phillies history with 2 other teams, one of which went to the World Series, the 93 Phillies. We all remember those guys. And the 76 Phillies, who unfortunately ran into the Big Red Machine in the 76 playoffs. So those 2 teams got off to an equal start to what the Phillies had going into today. So we'll have to see how they fare after 49 games now.
Yeah, and Rock, I want to get your thoughts on Alec Bohm. Again tonight, driving in runs, really shoring up that 4 spot in the Phillies lineup. I mean, this kid's been unbelievable, man. He's been driving in runs. Not so much power-wise, but he's knocking in runs. I think he had, 2 more tonight?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, he knocked in 2 and came into the game second in the majors in RBI, only behind, I think, Marcell Ozuna of the Atlanta Braves. And so he's only 1 behind him. So depending on what Ozuna does, he could be the major league leader in runs knocked in. And I mean, that's credit to the guys getting on in front of him. Obviously, again, Thompson gets a lot of hell's he, batting Schwarber leadoff. He's not the prototypical leadoff guy, but he gets on base. And when he gets on base, guys knock him in. And and JT has jumped up, in that second hole without Trey Turner and has done a pretty good job. And obviously, Bryce is Bryce.
Yeah, one guy who's not doing very well in the lineup is Nick Castellanos. Do you see maybe Rob dropping him back down in the lineup? I thought he kind of had a little bit of a weird lineup tonight. He batted Cody Clemens in front of Marsh.
Yes.
I found that to be a little weird. I know Cody's been doing pretty good in the field, but I still don't think he should have batted in front of Marsh tonight. But Castellanos, what's your thoughts on him? Do you see him getting out of this soon?
No, it's kind of been a season-long thing. Every time it's like one step forward and two steps back with him. So, we'll see. Maybe they do bump him down in the lineup. I thought it was odd to take Marsh eighth, because it was a righty. So, I mean, he does very well against right-handers. He's terrible against lefties. But I thought maybe, I don't know why they put him in there in the 8-hole, but it worked out. He got on base twice, scored once, and was thrown out at the plate the other time. So
that was a great throw by that fielder. Oh, my God. I think they said on the broadcast the guy threw it like 98.7.
Yeah, it was a perfect, perfect split-second play. I mean, another second, or split second, and Marsh scores easily. But, he came up throwing and got it in there and nailed him at the plate.
Yeah, that fielder for Texas, man, he made quite a few scary catches out there. The last one with Stott, I thought it was going to go over the guy's glove. He just he made about 4 or 5 plays like that tonight.
He looked like almost like a wide receiver more than a left fielder catching the ball.
Right. So Rock, what's your takeaway from tonight's game?
It's just another win. The Phillies coming off a sweep of the Nationals have won 4 in a row now. That keep it going. We say all the time, just go out and win series, and that's what they've been doing. And obviously they've been doing more than that because they've swept some in there. Like you said, they went with their 27-6 over their last 33. That's damn impressive, obviously. And just keep it going if you can, right?
Yes. My thing I'm taking away from this game, which I'm probably going to get into because I got a ton of comments right now as I'm going to have to get into here. But again, Phil's pitching tonight. 13 strikeouts for Phil's pitching tonight. Of course, Ranger had the 10, Hoffman had 1, and then Alvarado finishes the night with 2. So 13 strikeouts. And you know what? I want to give credit. As much as people usually like to bash Rob Thompson, I thought he had the feel right. You could see Hoffman didn't kind of have his stuff tonight, and he got Strahm up, and when it came time to take out Hoffman to bring Strahm in, he brought Strahm in, and Strahm came in, did the job. So again tonight, it seems like the buttons that Topper's pushing, the right buttons right now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, lots of times a manager, it seems like, will leave that guy in there too long, and it winds up, biting them. But he did have the quick hook once he realized that Jeff Hoffman, no relation, didn't have it tonight. Even when he does have it, he's not a relation. So that I know of. But that was a good move. And then Alvarado got a couple guys on there in the ninth, but then strikes out the final 2 batters to end it. And the Phillies had added some insurance at the bottom of the 8th, so that helped ease some people's fears. But when it was 3-2, you're nervous because with the streak to continue for Ranger, he pitched so well, it would have been a tragedy had he gotten a no decision in this game. So thankfully the offense and the bullpen came through and helped them out.
Well, Rock, I want to thank you for joining
All right.
me. Guys, again,
my pleasure.
Definitely check Rock out. He'll be joining us all season long here on the Fighting Final. Rock, have a good one. I know you got to get down there and get some interviews going.
Yes, sir. All right. Thanks, Mike.
Buddy. Guys, that was Rock Hoffman live down at Citizens Bank Park. Woo! Oh, my God. Tonight was a very good game, man. Really good game. Not a lot of offense, but I'll tell you what, man. Whew. Guys, we're going to get to your comments, but we are going to go through. Let's go through basically the scoring for tonight. Texas would jump up in the first inning. In the top of the third. Texas would go up 1-0. Marcus Semien would drive in Hill, on a single. He would bring him in, drive him in to score. Bottom third, Kyle Schwarber would hit an RBI single, knocking in Marsh, and then we would jump all the way to the bottom of the fourth. Alec Boehm will drive in Bryce Harper to make the score 2-1 Phillies. Ranger starts cruising. First 3 innings, Ranger was cruising. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ranger had 6 strikeouts, 6 of his 10 strikeouts in the first 3 innings tonight. So Ranger started off smoking hot. So then we pick it up, and the bottom of the fifth, you got to tip your cap. The young man that was playing left field tonight for the Texas Rangers, guns out. Marsh coming around, trying to score from second, throws a 98.7 mile an hour throw to nail Marsh at the plate to end the inning. JT Realmuto with the hit, and I'll tell you what, like Rock said in his post game, if half a second later, Marsh is scoring that run. So then we turn around and we go to the bottom of the sixth. Phil's up 2-1 in this. Bryce Harper goes deep center field. He would lead off the inning in the bottom of the sixth. He put the Phillies up 3-1. At this point, Ranger SUAREZ has 9 strikeouts in this game in the bottom of the sixth inning. We go out for the top of the seventh. Ranger would finish off the seventh inning, getting his last batter, 10 Ks tonight. So Rangers line tonight was 7 innings, 5 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 10 strikeouts. His opponent, John Gray, didn't fare so well. He 5 innings pitched, 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 3 walks, and 4 strikeouts. So there you go. And then we would go into the top of the 8th inning. Corey Seager would hit a home run in the top of the 8th inning, cutting the Phil's lead to 3-2. Bottom of the 8th, the floodgates open in the bottom of the 8th. The Phils would tack on 2 more runs. Alec Boehm with an RBI double, knocking in Bryce Harper. And then Bryson Stott, next batter, hits a sacrifice fly, scoring JT. Phillies go up 5-2. Top of the 9th, they make it interesting there for the Texas Rangers. They get a couple men on with 1 out, and back-to-back Ks for the birthday boy, Alvarado. That's how it ends. Phillies win 5-2. And right now, we're going to go to our Broad Street bottom line. Bottom line is this: Ranger SUAREZ, 7 innings pitched. I'm going to go over his line again. 7 innings pitched, 5 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 10 strikeouts. He goes to 9-0 tonight. He joins Cleveland Alexander. As I stated in the opening tonight, he joins Cleveland Alexander as the only Phillies pitchers to start out 9-0 in their careers to start a season. So that's pretty good darn company. As Rock said, Cleveland Alexander owns, I believe, the record. He won 16 in a row. I don't know if this was the same season or not. We'd have to. I didn't do my due diligence and went and checked that out. But he has the record at 16. And tonight, definitely, Ranger is definitely the players. They're the player of the game, guys. Before we go any further. Let me go pay some bills real quick. Guys, make sure you check us out. We will be at the Streetlight Kitchen and Bar. They are our sponsor for the Fighting's Final. Make sure you guys go there for breakfast, brunch, dinner, drinks. It is a very, very cool place to go. I've been there twice already now for our pre- and post-game. Awesome place. Try the smash burger when you go there. You will not be disappointed, guys. Again, Streetlight Kitchen and Bar, 5400 Fern Boulevard, Drexel Hill at the Drexel Brook Event Center. Guys, get out there. Tell them that the guys from EOP and Fighting's Final sent you. Don't know when we'll be going back out there again. I imagine sometime in June we might be back out there again. We had a great time sitting outside. It was a really nice day out. It was Mother's Day weekend. It was a pretty good time. Guys, if you're interested, Philly Sports Trips, that's right. They're running a trip down to Baltimore. That's right, Saturday, June 15th. Why not? Why not? For the price that it would cost you to drive down there, buy your ticket, buy your food, you can just go with Philly Sports Trips. You get a nice tailgate. The food is awesome. You get your bus ride up and back, and you get decent lower-level seats for this game. I've done Philly Sports Trips. I did a Washington Eagles trip a couple years ago. Did opening day. Did the tailgate opening day for this year. You can't beat it, guys. You cannot beat the price. So, guys, make sure you check out all our guys over there. And, of course, the Eagle schedule's out. So, you guys want to check out the the Birds, their travel schedule. You know when they're playing. You know who they're playing. You can definitely go there. And, guys, this upcoming weekend, that's right, this upcoming weekend, Saturday, got to get the Dolans. Kruk will be in the house along with Mickey Morandini for Wiffle Ball Mania. Guys, you got to go. It's going to be a great time. Myself and a few others from Edge of Philly Sports, we will be in the house this Saturday. So come on out, 24 East Sellers Avenue, Ridley Park. And, guys, you never know who else you're going to run into there, man. You never know who you're going to run into there. So make sure you definitely stop by. Again, guys, tomorrow night, hey, you want to go to Phillies game tomorrow night? Go to SUAREZtickets.com. Great prices, no hidden fees. Family owned and operated since 1946. Use that great promo code EOP10, and you're going to save a bunch of money, guys. They will not disappoint. So not just for sports, concerts, theater, it doesn't matter. You want great tickets? Go to SUAREZtickets.com and order your tickets, and you'll save an additional 10% by using that great promo code EOP10. All right, guys. I see you's in there. Holy cow, man. Did you guys start it off? Woo! We're going to start it up, man. Elephant in the room. What's going on? He says, great start to the series. Go Phils. Chris Moore checking in 9-0. That's right. He said one of 6 pitchers currently undefeated in starts. That's right. Eagles fan saying, ring the bell. My lovely better half checking in saying hello. 10 Ks, you mean? Yeah, 10 Ks tonight. Ranger was so impressive. He really was. And it didn't even look like he had it looked like he kind of got away from doing what he did in the beginning of the game. Like I said, first 3 innings, my man had 1, 2, 4. He had 6 strikeouts in the first 3 innings. So my man was putting in some work tonight, guys. Adam, what's up? Mike Philsman again. Keep it rolling. They normally do when I host. I know you guys haven't seen me for a minute. Had to switch up some things. But I got a pretty good record with these fightings when I'm hosting the Fightings Final. I don't come on here and talk about too many losses. I'm not Matty B. I'm not Al. Poor guys. I mean, actually, Sal's actually doing pretty good too. So, Sal's up our winning percentage-wise. We're probably right there. But, yeah, usually when we're hosting, we're usually talking about wins. Steve-O checking in and says, this may be the first time I've seen the Phils throw pitchers with a 1.3 C or less in a game for 8 innings, minimum my entire life. Yeah, Steve. Yeah, these ERAs are looking crazy. Mike Reed says that was an intense, great game. It sure was, Mike. It really was. You know what? Like I said, hey, Ranger 137, Hoff, 0.95, Strom 0.90. Are you seriously kidding me right now? Listen, man. Listen, this starting pitching, I said it last night on Matty B's show. I made the comment. This starting pitching has been phenomenal for the Phillies. Phenomenal. And now you're getting, parts of the bullpen. Our bullpen needs to be good come playoff time. Chris, I think they will be. I don't think the Phillies are done adding. I really don't. Matty B brought up something last night, and me and him don't normally agree on things, but I love his idea that if Cody Clemens keeps playing hot, you move him. and you get something for him. Maybe a backup catcher, like Matty said last night, or even a bullpen piece. I love that idea of trading Matty or trading Cody Clemens. Says, I can't even remember the last time Hoffman couldn't finish an inning. Me neither, Steve. Me neither. But you've seen it. He got rattled on that home run. And the poor lady lost her nachos. She probably spent about $100 for that meal that she had in front of her that got knocked out of her hand. Says, really big difference in Phil's offense right now. The sacrifice fly no longer seems to be a lost art. No, the Phillies are doing the right thing, Steve. They're doing the right things. They're playing small ball. If they need to get a base hit, they get a base hit. They're not trying to hit the home run. They're letting the home run come to them. And I'll tell you what, man, just stop and think about it. Castellanos hasn't been really hitting. Schwarber's been up and down. Stott's been up and down. Stott killed me tonight, by the way, but that's a whole other personal note. But Stott's been up and down. Marsh has been up and down. So, I mean, really the only consistent guys that really been in this lineup, man, JT's been up and down as well. He's been doing really good. So now that he's in there. The boss checking in. Al Severi says, we are the new big red machine. Yeah, we are. Ranger, Star Wars saying Ranger, 9-0. I agree. JT's been pretty good in the number 2 spot. I love him in the 2 spot. I think he dropped Trey in the lineup. I don't care what anybody says. Drop Trey down. Drop Trey down when he comes back. You leave JT right where he is. JT is on point right now. 2 guys I don't want to see move out of their spots is JT Realmuto at number 2 and Alec Bowman number 4. Right now, you got to keep them in their spot. I know you're paying Trey Turner $300 and some odd million. Drop him in the lineup a little bit. Maybe he can drop. Maybe you can put him behind. You can put him behind Alec Bowman. You know what I mean? Ryan Johns, what's your thoughts on Clemens? I think Cody's doing what he has to do right now to stay up on this team. The bad part is, unfortunately, Turner's going to come back, and he's probably going to come back sooner than later. They're probably going to have to send him down unless they trade him. Somebody's going to have to get sent down. I know Pache's out of options unless they send down Rojas. Do you really want to send Rojas down there? No. So I don't know. Do we keep him when Trey comes back? I don't know, Ryan. Again, I don't know. I like to see the Phillies. I like to see them get real hot and the Phillies trade him and get something for him. Because obviously there's no room for him here on this team. I mean, he didn't make the team out of spring training. So, and the Phillies got some guys down playing at AAA right now. They're doing pretty decent down at the AAA level. So let's see what they do. Clemens can go back to the minors when Trey can. Yeah, he could, Steve. He could. I mean, he does have options available, but do you want to keep bringing them up and down? After a while, man. Whew. If Stubb keeps hitting under 150, Phillies might teach Roman Quinn how to catch and bring him back. Roman Quinn. He'd be a fast catcher. That's all I'm going to say. It's a fast catcher right there. Hoffman would have gotten out of the inning if it wasn't for the error. Maybe. We don't know that, man. We don't know that. Daniel Berry checking in. What's going on? Happy Tuesday, Daniel. Adam checking in. Great food at the Streetlight Bar and Grill. Yes, Adam was there. He won our tickets. Little G Griffith. I'm a big fan of the Phillips. I'm going to be an uncle. Well, congratulations, man. Congratulations. Did Harper's home run land yet? Oh, man. I sure hope so. Ryan John says agreed. So, guys, I mean, listen. This here tonight, man, with me, it was mind-boggling. Some of the stuff that we saw happen here tonight, the way this team a year ago, this team doesn't do this. This team does not do this a year ago. They fall on their face. They blow this game. This team is so laser focused right now. I think it's in their crawl. They want to win the division. I think they want that time off. They want that little weekend off, to get ready to play whoever. And right now, man, they're really grabbing their season of moment right now in this season. Now, granted, it's only May 21st. A lot of baseball left to be played. There will be a losing streak. There will be. It's an ebb and flow. The best teams in baseball that win 100 games, they lose 55 to 7 or 55 to 62 of them. So, I mean, teams that finish with 101, 103, 104, between 55 and 62 losses, man, they finish with. So, Phillies are going to lose some games. It's just how they bounce back and forth. Real quick, guys, we are going to take, while we're here, let's take a loop around the bases. Woo, man, oh man. Right now, in the bottom of the 10th inning, matter of fact, it just went final. The Pittsburgh Pirates have come back and beat the San Francisco Giants 7-6. They're in the bottom of the 8th, up in the Bronx. It is Seattle 5-3 over the Yankees. Detroit and Kansas City are playing right now, and it is the Chiefs up. I'm sorry, it's the Royals up by a touchdown over the Detroit Tigers right now. It is 10-3, bottom of the 8th there. Atlanta and Chicago, that's right, they are tied 3-3 in the end of the 6th. The LA Angels of Anaheim are beating the Houston Astros 4-2. Colorado's got a 2-0 lead in the first over the Oakland A's. Baltimore and St. Louis, they are delayed right now. It looks like they're delayed in rain right now. They're tied 1-1. Finals from earlier today. You had the Chicago White Sox going north of the border and shutting out. That's right. I just said that the White Sox shut out the Blue Jays 5-0. It was the Boston Red Sox 5-2 over the Tampa Bay Rays. The Twins, explode down in the nation's capital as they shut out the Nationals 10-0. It was, speaking of being shut out, the Reds shut out the Padres 2-0. It was the Milwaukee Brewers 7-5 over the Marlins, and the Mets fall short in Cleveland as they lose 7-6 to the Guardians. So there is your around the league. And of course, right here in South Philadelphia, it was the Phillies 5, the Texas Rangers 2. So there you have it, guys. We went around the league. And not to be frank, but this is our lineup, guys. You have myself for tonight. You have my broadcast partner and show partner, Pat Bernard, tomorrow. And Matty B will finish everything up on Thursday as we get ready to head into this holiday weekend. Again, we are just lambasted with stuff here. Guys, don't forget, too, if you need any type of, personal representation, make sure you call David R. Cherry. You can reach him at www.cherryinjurylaw.com, or you can call him at 610-565-0300. Let them know that the boys at EOP sent you over to them for workers' compensation, motor vehicle accidents, personal injury, and criminal law. Make sure you guys do that. Hit them up. Let them know that we sent you guys. Real quick, we're going to give you just this right here. This is our lineup coming up. Don't forget, tomorrow, Trending in the AM with our boy Phil Stifle. He will be there. Tomorrow, it looks like 12 o'clock on the Shane page. Bill and Chet return tomorrow night, Philly Press Box Radio. Again, you have Al, Joe, and Freddie tomorrow night as they will be live in studio covering everything local Philly sports here at EOP. And then, of course, Pat tomorrow on the Fighting's Final. So, guys. We got one more comment here. I'm going to read this. The Fighting. The Fighting. There you go. So, Fighting Phils win tonight 5-2 over the world champion Texas Rangers. Guys, I am Mike Lauro, and I am out. 5-2, Phils win, and have a good night.